Okay, we are live. Wait, it says preparing to live stream the meeting.
And you said we are live. We good? Yes or no?
Yep. Yes.
Yes. All right, everybody. Well, we are here. The game isn't exactly over yet. We started a little early. Wanted to actually react to the end of this game. There's about a minute and some change left. This game has been frustrating to me because I'm watching Daniel Jones play, and I'm watching the rookie for the Washington Commanders play, Jaden Daniels, and I'm not really seeing that many differences in how they play, which is a problem to me. We can get more into that, but before we do, there's an injury on the field. Cordell Flott's down. Just what the Giants need, another freaking injury on the field. Um, you might as well hit that like button and subscribe. And if you haven't done so, we got a little over 700 views on our first live stream from last week, which is the most for us for any live stream ever so far. So thanks for that. It's still counting. We're still getting the views on that as we go. We put out a YouTube short from that live stream that got over 500, almost 600 views. It's probably still counting from that at this point. Thank
It
you for
is.
that, guys. I do appreciate that. We do appreciate that. Keep it coming, please. But we noticed that a lot of y'all are subscribed. So you might as well, again, hit that subscribe button. Help us out. Help the
Come
family grow.
on. Yeah.
We only grow with your support, and it's free. You don't have to pay for a subscription. So, and hit that notification bell so you know when we go live again, because we will be doing these live podcasts continuously throughout the rest of the season. Malik Neighbors looks like he's already fed up with being a Giant. He's just sitting there mean mugging, pissed off. I think he's really upset about that drop catch. He should have, he definitely should have caught it, hit him. I don't want to say square in the chest. It was a little to the left on his left shoulder, but it hit him in his hands. And I think he was so focused about staying in bounds that he looked away for just a split second. That's just enough for you to drop the ball. And I think that's exactly what
Mm-hmm.
happened. And he knows it. And now they got another first down, so it's not good. They're within the 30. Oh, he's still going. Ah,
I
Giants.
just, yeah, yeah. The sun is behind me, so I'm not going to say anything about I'm watching. I'm going to let him react naturally.
I am a little behind. I'm a little behind. I'm behind by like what, a play and a half, maybe two
Yeah,
plays.
yeah. It's like 10. It's like up to 30 seconds. It's not
That's
that
that's
bad.
that's basically a whole play. The Giants about to lose the way I think they're gonna lose.
Well,
The
there's
last
57 seconds, just so you know. We have
okay,
time left in the
okay,
game, and we're
okay.
still tied. So,
That's good. I don't want to know anymore. Don't tell me anything else.
all right.
It needs to be fresh. So
Ah,
man, this Brian Robinson Jr. guy, he has more yards than our guy Devin Singletary. I don't even know who Brian Robinson Jr. is really. I know that he's what, second year in the league or whatever. He's not old. He's young. So um Devin Singletary, let's talk about him for a second.
yep.
The phony 26. He had a better game today. He still doesn't make me, he doesn't give me hope like our former 26, but he had a better game today. But I would just like to say that it was a disappointing first half. The first half was awful
Oh my
because
God.
Daniel Jones had 35 yards all the way up to 1 minute and 58 seconds left in the first half. 35 passing yards. Devin Singletary had 35 rushing yards up to that point. We had 70
Uh,
yards of total offense. Jaden Daniels by himself had more yards than our entire offense did in the first half until we got to 1 minute 58. And then somehow
uh,
the Giants woke up and had a good drive and scored. But something's wrong with Graham Gano because he had an injury issue last year that took him out for the rest of the season. And here he is again, hobbling on the sideline in the first half, missing his field goal kicks, and then we can't even go for never going for two all the time. What is going on that a kicker
he's
who
seasoned. He is a seasoned kicker.
so then why did
He's
we
not a
keep
guy
him?
that just came out of school.
Why do we I know
You
he is,
know,
but why do we
he's
keep him?
accurate. He's accurate when he's healthy. But when
He's
is
not
he
he hasn't been
healthy?
healthy. That's the problem.
When is he healthy? That really is the problem. I mean, the fact that we lost him in the very first play of the game, okay, and we didn't, and then all that time that we lost in that, I mean, the first half, 10-minute opening drive. Washington Commanders have a 10 minute opening drive.
Let's talk about opening drives. Now that you said that.
Okay.
It's
All
been
right.
27 straight games since we scored a touchdown on the first drive. We finally broke it. It was the longest streak in the NFL. 27 games. I knew it was a long time, but we almost hit 30 games without scoring on our first drive. And I literally talked about in our last podcast, you know how many times I've seen us go 3 and out on the first drive? Apparently it was 27 times.
It happens on the regular.
That is insane. So now we've always been bottom 3 scoring in the red zone too. So you add that on top of it, and we actually are scoring against the worst passing defense in the league right now, by the way. This is the worst passing defense we're going to play all season. And we only scored 12 points. I'm sorry, 18. This is not good. This is what we can call the dumpster bowl. This is the dumpster bowl. The two bottom teams just trying to play for who sucks more.
We're about to get more to talk about. There's only 4 seconds left, and then Washington's going for a 30-yard attempt.
I told you not to say anything.
We need to talk about it in my real time.
I have 4 seconds left anyway. We're fine. I'm here. I'm right here. I've just been talking so much I didn't even know. It's probably a good thing because now I have anxiety. This is how it's going to end like it always does. In the last seconds, without any control, against a bad team. All right, I'm going to go in on Daniel Jones. I have to see what happens. I know he's going to make it, but I just have to see it. Final timeout. Oh, yeah. Let's ice the kicker when he's inside the fucking 30. Okay. This is how the season's going to go, guys.
Mm-hmm.
This is it. After we lose this, because I'm assuming we lose, this is it. The only other time that we have an opportunity to do anything is when we go to Germany, and I don't know why we're going to torture them over there with the Panthers and the Giants, but that's what's going to happen. Our next opportunity to win is in friggin' Germany.
Look at your screen.
He didn't kick it.
You'll see.
And that's it. That's it. Every time. That's all I have to say. Every time. The Giants do this. I want everybody to know, Daniel Jones is so bad, he can't even beat the team that he performs best against anymore. I just need everyone to understand that. He has a number 1 wide receiver now. So you can't say he doesn't have anyone to throw to. He can't even beat a team that he generally dominates against. That is how bad. He just lost to a rookie quarterback who had more passing yards. Okay, there are a lot of things I want to talk about right now. You want to know when the last time Daniel Jones threw for over 300 yards, had more than 2 touchdowns and no interceptions? It was his rookie season. Against who? They weren't even called the Washington Commanders then. They were the Washington football team, and their record was 3-12. That was the last time he ever threw over 300 yards and threw for more than 2 touchdowns without an interception. The last time he's thrown for over 200 yards and two or more touchdowns and no interceptions was 2 seasons ago. 2 seasons ago. You want to know who also did that with us? He's no longer on the team anymore. It's that old-ass quarterback. I can't remember his damn name. Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor did that. Tyrod Taylor did that with the Giants as well. Daniel Jones has 1 game on his record where he went 200 or more yards or 2 or more touchdowns and 0 interceptions. He has 2 games on his record with 300 more yards or 200 or 2 or more touchdowns as well and no interceptions. That is horrible as an NFL quarterback. That means the rest of his career he is thrown, if he's thrown over 200 yards, he has at least 1 interception. Which also means he barely even throws more than 2 touchdowns. Look, did you see those stats? He's 5-1 and now, he's 5-2-1 now against the Washington Commanders. He had 10 touchdowns, totaling to 12 now. He had 12 touchdowns. He averaged before this game 2 touchdowns a game against the team that he dominates. Only 2. Only 2 touchdowns. Daniel Jones can't start the next game. I don't care that he didn't even break 200 yards today.
No, he did not.
And then Jaden Daniels had more yards than him all game. 35 yards in the first half, 35 passing yards. Tell me you're scared that he's the quarterback without saying it. 35 yards on 5 attempts. 5. So, Coach Daboll is clearly scared to throw the football now. After the first game, he doesn't even want to throw the football with Daniel Jones. The only reason he threw it because he had no damn choice, and it was under 2 minutes in the first half. That was the only reason he decided to throw it. He's like, it's 2 minute drill. Let's just throw it anyway. And who do we only throw it to? Pretty much Malik Neighbors and Wan'Dale Robinson, and maybe 2 or 3 passes to Darius Slayton. There is nobody else to throw the ball to. Theo Johnson was a bust. I'm sorry, that's a bad pick. I don't care. It's only been two games. Theo Johnson is awful. They tried to target him 3 times.
Theo Johnson. I have a question. Who? I'm
the tight end from Penn State.
Have you played?
Yes. Every time they've targeted him, he dropped it. They don't even target him anymore.
Oh my God.
What was the point of drafting him? He can't catch it if you put glue in his hands.
No.
It hit him in the hands.
No.
The first game, week 1, it hit him in the hands 3 times. I believe he only caught it 1 out of those 3, and the time he caught it, it didn't even do anything. It was like 2 or 3 yards. But there was a time when there were 2 plays where it was for a first down conversion, and he dropped them both, and he was open. That boy is a bust. I'm sorry. He's a bust. So he missed again. That's another one. The only person we have to look forward to is Malik Neighbors.
Absolutely. We have a comment from someone watching us. Thank you for joining us, Michael Holmes. I blame the coach for not being prepared. No backup kicker. But Gillen is the kicker, the alleged Scottish Hammer, which is some sort of title, nickname he got, I guess, in college. I don't feel like he's shown up and lived up to that title. But that's who we rely on as our backup kicker. But he's not, because he's not accurate,
Let's forget about the kicker.
Except for in the half where they said that he was practicing in the half and he kicked a 50-yarder. Thanks for that, dude. It didn't count. It was the freaking halftime.
I'm fine with all that, but I don't care. I'm going to be honest with you, because I have an image in my head right now. You know how many times they called a wide receiver screen on our defense in the first half? And we finally figured it out. It took us 5 plays to figure that out. They ran the same wide receiver screen play 4 times in the first quarter, and we didn't stop it. It took us until the second half to figure it out. The 5th time they ran a wide receiver screen. Who cares about the damn kicker when your defense can't even make a simple read? Who cares?
Facts.
We don't need a damn kicker to win us the game, and we shouldn't need a kicker to win us the game. The defense is regressing. It got worse.
Oh my God.
5 wide receiver screens. 4 in the first quarter. 4. They did it. They did a wide receiver screen. They ran a different play, and then they immediately went back to the wide receiver screen, and they got a first down off of it again. We have freaking high school players out there. How do you not read? I read it. I am a dude that sits on the couch regularly, and I can see a wide receiver screen. It was the same formation. Trips left, trips right. It doesn't matter. It was usually trips right bunched up top of the screen. And every time the slot and the receiver on the inside, the wideout, ran up to block, leaving our guy on the edge to catch it and get 10 yards. They did it 5 times in the first half. That's our problem. The defense.
That first half. Absolutely. And that first half set the tone for our defense. Why? I mean, again, I can't stress the fact that we allow a leisurely stroll of the Commanders down the field for 10 minutes in their opening drive. Giants offense wasn't out there, so whose fault was that? It was Giants defense. They weren't out there making enough stops. They were screwing up. They were barely able to grab anybody. It was like the person had some sort of slippery oil or some sort of.
You just reminded me of Micah McFadden.
Daniel slipping through their hands like he had some sort of special slick film on him that you could.
Because they're jersey tackling, they're not wrapping up and hitting them. And my thing is, shame on the refs for not calling this. Malik Neighbors got hit in the helmet in the first quarter.
I was yelling helmet to helmet, helmet to helmet.
He got hit. They didn't call it. And he had to go to the sideline. I'm glad he came back in.
I was
guess it wasn't
yelling that because clearly you could see it. Clearly. And then I'm like questioning myself. Shouldn't that be a call? I'm like, isn't that a call in the NFL helmet to helmet? Like
it's a call any level. It's a call any level. Any freaking level at this day and age. It is a call any level. It's called targeting. That's what happened. Yeah. He got hit in the helmet. If a Giants defender did that to a Commanders receiver, flags everywhere on the play.
Mm-hmm.
But it happens to our number one pick, and quite frankly, the only person that you can look forward to aside from Wan'Dale Robinson. Devin Singletary ain't it. I'm sorry. I don't care. Devin Singletary is not it. He needs to just get rid of number 26. I can't watch him play in number 26. It makes me sick. I can't do it because he can't replace him. That was horrible. That was a horrible branding idea. Whoever told him to do that, that's horrible. No one's buying a Singletary jersey. I'm sorry. I can guarantee you there ain't nobody buying that crap.
I support the fan. I support the fan that was shown in the audience last week, week one, with a taped over Barkley name and taped over and just in marker and freaking Sharpie Singletary. I was like, that's genius because it's not worth investing in the shirt. So so you don't get the jersey. You just slap on a little duct tape and you kind of write across it. That's the type of situation we're in.
No, the situation we're in is that we're afraid to throw the football against a team that's led by a rookie quarterback. I'm going to say it again.
That's true. Yeah.
Pass attempts in the first half. Before the last 2 minutes of the game, or the last 2 minutes of the half, we had 5 pass attempts. Why are we scared to throw the football now? We weren't scared the last 5 seasons where you threw all them damn picks. Just make him throw the ball. There's no point in having him be scared. Why are we running the option with him? He has one leg. He's not the same. Why is he running with his helmet first? Why is he diving forward with his helmet first? None of these things have changed. Rookie quarterbacks do that. Jaden Daniels did it today.
Yeah.
My God, he plays like a rookie quarterback. I can't watch it.
Right.
That was our best chance to win this season. And that's going to be our next best chance to win again when we play them again. And we barely, we're so screwed for the rest of the season.
I mean, this was, basically an exhibition game between these two because it was like it counted, but it's not. It counted, but it seemed like it didn't, and it was just such a crappy game. And we had a few highlights, and Malik Neighbors, in his week 2, he gets his his rookie touchdowns, which is nice. Welcome to the NFL. But the guy can't carry us. We need everybody else to do their jobs.
Not with this bozo throwing the football.
And Daniel Jones continues to seem confused. They had that one cutesy trick play where he's trying to, what was it? Was it Singletary or Gray? I can't remember which RB was out there. And he pretended like he was getting fake, and then he goes and runs. It still didn't get us a touchdown, but it got us some yards. Not many, but it moved the ball. But then I laughed because the commentators, they need to do more of that. I was like, well, how many times can you do? You can't do that too many times in the same game. No. The jig is up really after the first time you do it. So the commentators are stupid too.
It's just, they need to put in Tommy DeVito by week 3 or 4.
Drew Lock was on the sidelines today, so he must be better, or he was at least dressed. Let's just say this: he was dressed to play.
Yeah, he sucks more than Daniel Jones. I'm sorry. They're both bad. I don't care. You could put one of them out there; it won't make a difference. The only difference is that maybe my blood pressure won't be as high because Daniel Jones won't be out there if it's Drew Lock.
That's true.
But I couldn't even be excited watching the game. At no point in the game was I excited. I am telling you right now, I sat there and we're like, okay, Malik Neighbors touchdown. So
yeah, I was afraid. It's almost like you're afraid to be excited. You can't get too amped because you can always expect some sort of disappointment.
I'm waiting for
because they're so up and down. They're a roller coaster team. They're a roller coaster team.
Devin friggin' Singletary. You want to know why you're not number 26? You did something that boy don't really do. You fumbled it. You turned the ball over. Saquon Barkley rarely fumbled it. Rarely. Like when it happened, you had to blink and double take to make sure you saw it. He fumbled, and it was so easy. The guy just came from behind and punched it out. And it's like, man, were you even securing it? You have people all over your body. Why not cover it? He's holding it up like this, and the guy punched it out. And that was a good drive.
Mm-hmm.
That probably is what sealed the deal. If I'm being honest with you, that's probably what gave them all the momentum to even make it a comeback.
Right. It's true.
And that's why I can't.
Yeah, I know. And, we want to make sure that we give an opportunity. We do have viewers on live with us. So thank you for those who are joining us live. And we ask you to share some information on your thoughts and opinions and advice for the New York Giants in the chat. So please make sure you do that. And I feel like this is one of those seasons that, we are consistently going to be angry, and wish. There's something I heard before the game, and it was a comedians doing one of those fake podcast type things that the Fox Sports is doing now. And they said, I wish that we could lose. I wish that a lose really. Oh wait, what did he say? Was we could win to lose? No, lose to win. I wish a lose was a win. That's what, I wish a lose was a win, but it's not. I would.
That's such a loser's mentality.
I wish a lose could be a win. That was the statement. Right, and as soon as I heard it, and it was about, I don't know. Again, I don't know if it was a fictional team. I don't know. It was some sort of thing they were doing on Fox, but I thought that was perfect. I said, because that's us. We wish that a lose could be a win, and that's never it for us. Now, if we lost the whole season, it could be a win to get us the first pick in
we got to lose
first round of the draft. But other than that, we're just screwing up. We have a comment from Greeny Green. Joe Shane got to go ASAP. We can't trust him to fix this. Oh no, you are correct, Greeny Green.
Mr. I'm going to listen to my son's advice.
Mr. Joe Shane, who who uses his children as his consiglieres. Okay, he reaches out to his kids to ask him who he should pick in the draft. That's our GM. That's the guy who makes decisions for us. And you are right, Greeny Green. He needs to go. Joe Shane needs to go because he clearly is not the right guy in the role. And he can, when he goes, believe me, the New York Giants ownership and anybody who's over Daboll and Shane will be looking to clean house.
Yep.
And I pay attention to who's on the sidelines, and it also helped me to see that Hard Knocks show to see who's kind of working in the background behind the scenes. And a lot of guys have floated through the changes over the last 10 years. They've made it through, despite the change in GMs, despite the changes in coordinators and coaches. They stay. I think they just need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Yeah.
Get rid of everybody who has something to do with this team. Again, I keep hearing that, because the Maras, especially John Mara, has a close relationship with Bill Belichick, there's potential that Belichick could be, he get that phone call at the end of this 2024 season from the New York Giants and say, hey, guy, I need you to come back. I need you to help clean up this mess.
I don't want Mr. I'm going to pull people from McDonald's to be wide receivers. Get him out of here. I don't want him.
He has, Belichick historically has done a good job.
Belichick historically hasn't won shit since Tom Brady left. Let's talk about that.
He did well when he was with the Giants 5,000 years ago.
No. He hasn't won anything. He hasn't been relevant since Tom Brady left. I don't care. Get him out of here. Mm-hmm. Tom Brady made that, man. It was proven. Tom Brady went to a franchise that historically stinks and brought them a championship. New offense, new coach, new everything. New wife or whatever, girlfriend at this point. New situation. He got a ring.
Yeah.
How many rings does Belichick have without him? 0. I don't want Belichick. You expect him to do something with this team when he couldn't do anything with a Patriots team that has a resume of being winners all the time? They certainly won more than we did, even when we were winning back then in the early mid 2000s. We just beat them better. We beat them when it mattered, rather, in 2007, 08, and then 11. That we beat them when it mattered. But they've won more than we did. But that's because of Tom Brady, proving that an athlete can make a coach just as much as a coach should make an athlete.
Yeah, it's true.
But Belichick he's way out of his prime. He needs to just chill on the sideline. Don't come over here. We don't watch you.
All right. Well, maybe he can. I would accept him as an advisor. You're a little harsh on him. There is value in having someone who has years of knowledge, even if he was just a guy to replace a guy that's on the sideline.
I mean, he's better than Shane.
I would prefer him.
He's better than Shane, but he's gonna get bums. I don't trust him.
Yeah,
I don't trust him.
Greeny Green says that Greeny Green also likes Bill as a coach, but not as a GM.
No.
So we'll see what happens.
No.
We'll see what happens
after Brady.
Yeah.
Brady
so
really
we'll see what happens with that.
I'm sorry. Defense, he's good. I will say Belichick is great defensively, but no, I don't want Belichick. I'm sorry. You guys can. I'm not saying that your opinion's wrong. It's just my track record from what I've seen after Tom Brady left. He ain't really do anything.
Yeah.
And that really is a bad reflection on him as a coach, not being able to not even get to the AFC Championship. He couldn't even do that.
Well, we definitely the New York Giants need to do better than that. It's been a while.
Did they even get to the playoffs?
And without Brady?
Yeah, without Brady.
I don't think so.
The Giants did.
I don't think so.
Nah, Belichick can't come here. Belichick can't come here. Belichick can't. I'm sorry, Belichick can't. AFC's harder. I will say the AFC's harder because there is an argument to that. The AFC's harder.
Yeah.
It is a lot harder. There's more talent over there. There's more competition. So I get it. But if the bum Giants can make it, but that just shows how bad the NFC is. But again, we are bad too. We still made it.
Yeah.
We got bounced after the first week, but we still made it. The Patriots haven't even done that under Bill Belichick without Brady. I get that he has 7 chips, but my God, let's look at the recent history here. I know it's recency bias, but dang, that's what your most clear reflection of who you are as a person is. Your most recent success or failures.
Well, the sad part is we are talking about replacing the entire staff of the New York Giants
once again
before season. In a week two,
like the third time.
Week 2, we're already talking about this.
This is what happens.
It is unbelievable.
But this is what happens when you keep a quarterback who I just told you barely has much on his resume to show why he even could have stayed in the league. The stats that I presented to you, he shouldn't have been able to stay in the league. He almost has a 1 interception to 1 touchdown ratio. Like, it's horrible. His resume is putrid. And he played at Duke. It's not like he played at a tough school. It's like, so how did he even get this opportunity and have it string on for so long?
Yeah.
Eli Manning and the Manning family has a lot to do with this because they were telling the front office that Daniel Jones was going to be somebody and that they felt that he was a hidden gem. They were talking about him for weeks before that draft. They really were convincing the front office that Daniel Jones was the guy. So the Mannings have a lot to do with this as much as the front office did with selecting him at number 6 when they did. And we have been dealing with these consequences of their actions for the last 6 seasons. And it won't end, sadly, until this season is over at the bare minimum. We can only hope. But the bottom line is that I'm tired of watching Daniel Jones play. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it. Like, even today, this is his best opportunity to show that he could even have a chance being in the league. 5 pass attempts in the first half until the last 2 minutes. 5 pass attempts. I can't get over that. That literally tells me you're afraid to have him throw the ball as the play caller and head coach who said that you were decided for the extension.
He did lose 10. He wasn't on the field for 10 minutes of that whole quarter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can get more than 35 yards in one drive, correct? Yes. There's 100 yards on the field. He got 35. I can't. Like I get that, but that doesn't matter. The fact that he only got 35 in the first half until the last 2 minutes. Yes, the Washington Commanders held onto the ball for that long, but that's because of what? They couldn't stop the wide receiver screen. People, you can watch what I'm talking about. Just watch the first quarter again. There were 3 wide receiver screen
If
plays
you can without throwing up.
in the first quarter. 3 wide receiver screens. Same formation. The only difference on one of them, there was a fake handoff to the running back. He ran behind the quarterback, he faked off the handoff, and threw it immediately to the wide receiver. That was the only variation. I'm telling you. The defense is regressing. It is not improved. It is not improved. We just looked mediocre against, again, that team is just as bad as we are. They're just as bad as we are.
Yep.
They won at the last second. Field goal kick.
Literally the last.
You know, that happened to us last season against them too. I'm tired of losing to the Commanders at the last second. You guys realize this is the second longest rivalry in NFL history, right? Right behind the Bears and the Packers. I hate the Commanders. I don't hate them as much as I hate the Cowboys, but I don't like them. We used to beat them all the time. I never had to worry about these games. I now have to worry about playing against the Commanders. I used to sit there and be like, at least we get the guaranteed wins against what they were back then, the Washington football team. I knew we had guaranteed wins against the Washington football team. The no identity football team.
The no frills, no name team. Yeah.
I can't even be excited or I can't even have confidence that we can beat them anymore. No. Daniel Jones just lost to the worst version of the team that he dominates regularly or used to dominate regularly. This is the worst version of that team he's ever played. No Chase Young. They didn't have a better they have a rookie quarterback behind center. Like the whole team was effectively different. They had a whole bunch of people coming in. Austin Eckler came from the Chargers. Like they basically are rebuilding. They've been rebuilding as long as we have, but this was like a true rebuild. They brought in a whole lot of different people. And Daniel Jones can't even outperform in yard production a rookie quarterback. It's done. Daniel Jones, after this, I hope you put your money in some really good stocks because there's no way you're getting signed, even as a backup quarterback. I'm sorry. There are backup quarterbacks who play better than you. You are ranked in the bottom 5. I think he's in the bottom 5 or like bottom 8. He's in the bottom 8 of quarterbacks. And when you get to that bracket of quarterbacks, you're already well into the backup quarterbacks. So he's not even like ranked better than backup quarterbacks.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I don't have anything else to say about Daniel Jones or this game. I've said everything that I feel like was the most important reasons why we lost this game. Moving forward, the only thing that you guys can look forward to is the Giants defense and maybe Malik Neighbors if he can deal with Daniel Jones or until we get another quarterback situation going. But that is all you have for the rest of this season. And the defense, again, is regressing. It's not good. The defense is not good. We lost key players. The people that we brought in ain't it. That Burns guy is underwhelming. Kayvon Thibodeau did a lot of shit today, though. Kayvon Thibodeau had 2 sacks. Dexter Lawrence was forcing a lot of rushes and pressures and everything. I believe Dexter Lawrence even had a sack himself. But Burns, I think Burns maybe had 1. I think he maybe had 1. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't ever hear Burns' names called. I hear Thibodeau a lot.
No, not at all. Not at all. Greeny Green has a question. What do you think the first win is going to be for this team?
I just told the first win.
We're going to win
in Germany against the Panthers. We're not winning. I'm looking at the schedule right now. We're not winning any of these games. None. These next 5 weeks, we're done. There's no shot. No.
Are we gonna win any games this season? Do you think? Is it possible? Because this was our possible win. We lost it.
We still have the Panthers in Germany. That's it though.
And then we got, time change. We got travel involved with that. That's going to be exactly. So,
but it's colder up here than it is in the South, and Germany's cold anyway. So we'll be fine there. Panthers won't. So We're probably going to lose to the Browns. Let's be real here. Deshaun Watson's better than Daniel Jones. I don't care. We're probably going to lose to the Browns. We're getting killed by the Cowboys. I hate saying that. Seahawks. Seahawks. We losing.
Can we forfeit games to reduce embarrassment?
No.
Like the Cowboys game. Maybe that's a forfeit.
They would probably get sued. They would get sued because you're legally binded to play those games, and the Raiders would. There's no way. They would get sued for millions of dollars. We losing to the Bengals. We're gonna get destroyed by the Eagles. Saquon's gonna run for 200 rushing yards. I've been saying this since preseason. Saquon Barkley is going to destroy us. If he is still healthy and still playing, that boy is gonna get 200 rushing yards. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now.
It's true.
The Steelers, maybe. But the Steelers probably going to beat us. They're better at being bad than we are. Like, when they are a bad team, they're still a decent bad team because they have Mike Tomlin as their coach. We losing to the Commanders, probably. I mean, we could barely outperform a rookie in week 2. Imagine how much better he's going to be by week, what is that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Week 9. A whole 7 weeks later. Imagine how much different of a quarterback Jaden Daniels would be. Like, then we have the Panthers. That's our highest probability of a win. The Panthers.
Oh my God. That's
in Germany in November. So I just want y'all to know for the entire month of October is L City, more than likely. If we lose to the Bears, if we lose to the Browns, because we may have a chance there, but if we lose to them, you can forget about the Cowboys. You can forget about the Seahawks. You forget about the Bengals and the Eagles. You forget about it. Just forget about it. Pretend that the games didn't even friggin' happen. Just breeze through it because it's going to be miserable. That's going to be terrible. And then we got to come back from that horrible stretch and play the Steelers, and then go to the and then Germany. Not Germany. Commanders again, a rivalry that just beat us in the last few seconds of the game. And then we gotta go to Germany. If we go to Germany on a loss, you can forget about it. You can forget about it. We lose to the Panthers too.
What you are describing sounds like a 100% would lose all games in the season. You are really starting to sound like this. This is what your belief system is, that we are going to lose every game.
I can't be. I'm going to say it again. We didn't even get more than 200 passing yards against the worst passing defense in the league. We're done. That's the worst defense you're going to play all season, Giants fans. That's the worst defense we're going to play. I mean it in my soul. That is the worst defense we will play. We scored 18 points. And I'm sorry, 35 yards in the first half for passing until the last 2 minutes of the friggin' half. Just a sorry team. Sorry. Just bad. I can't even say we could beat the Falcons. I can't even say that we could beat, like, I don't know. I genuinely don't know anymore. I used to be able to have an idea. I don't know with this team anymore. I don't know. I've never.
It's a crapshoot. Every time they step on the field, whether it's at home or away, it's a crapshoot. We don't know what team we're going to get from the New York Giants. What type of gameplay? What type of passes? Well, we probably know the type of passes that Daniel Jones will suck. We just don't know. We don't. We can count on always someone being hurt in the game. It is a rough sport. Don't get me wrong. And, injuries happen all the time, but it seems like, we really, our guys get really, really banged up all the time. And it's people we don't have a deep bench of solid players. So when we lose a starter, it really is another check mark on ways for the team to keep losing for the rest of the season. It really is. It's like if there was somebody's keeping a list, is like, okay, how can we screw over the Giants? We provide that check mark every game with the mistakes and the injuries and so on. So
and just having Daniel Jones as a bank quarterback.
Yeah, and just having him at the helm, and listening to him saying that
Embarrassing.
He tries to block out the negativity and he doesn't go on social media. He blocks it out.
I bet he
He
throws that
doesn't.
phone in the trash. He might as well go sit in that
I
damn
mean,
trash can with it.
we're just fans that complain about him, and there's plenty other fans that do the same. New York sports media killed the Giants over the last week. They killed them. I mean, they were nasty. The headlines, the pictures. I mean, it was bad,
At least they
and it
don't
was
talk
all
about
about
them on
Daniel
First
Jones.
Take because nobody cares. Nobody cares about them on First Take. Nobody cares about them on Get Up. No one cares on any of that.
Isn't Molly? Isn't Molly? I think Molly is a Giants fan, so she
She
She has
brings it
to come
up,
to
and
our
it is
defense.
immediately dismissed. No one cares. She says it. She'll be like, "How'd the Giants look, Stephen A?" And he doesn't even answer the question. He just goes on to the next thing. No one cares. No one's gonna talk about them. Molly can try.
We have
Molly,
someone
Molly
else.
is annoying.
Yeah,
By
she
the way.
could try.
She annoys me.
Oh, I like that. I like Molly.
She's nice, but she needs to chill sometimes, especially talking about the Giants. Nobody wants to talk about them. Not even me.
We have another comment from N Tomlinson 9111. We could have won if we could have kicked an extra point. That's a good. Yeah, we know that for sure. And also, if Neighbors could make the catch on the fourth down. Yeah, I mean, yes, of course. These are the follies that we have to deal with every game, right? It's like if we could have done this, if we could have done that. But we need more than that to be a winning team. It should be that there is a formula to win, and we stick to it and we win. Not that shoulda, coulda, woulda. We have that every season. We're done with it.
My rebuttal to that is that the game plan was, because they didn't have the extra point kickers, they were going to go for 2-point conversions every time. That was their game plan. You don't just wing it every time. They were going for 2-point conversions every time. So they went out there and failed on 2-point conversions when they had a game plan for it. You had a game plan for a 2-point conversion and you failed it multiple times. Brian Daboll has to give up play calling, in my opinion.
Yeah, yes, I agree.
I don't like him play calling. I don't. What's going on, Latrice? How you doing, bro? He says, Mama J Smooth. That's funny. What are you doing, Latrice? How you doing, bro? Oh my God. But yeah, just to wrap up, next week we're playing the Browns.
Yeah.
I don't.
Our only hope. I got this. I got a solution for the Browns game. Our only hope is that the NFL pulls Deshaun Watson because he keeps getting these pervert.
That's not going to make a difference, Mom. That's not even going to make a difference. We just lost to a rookie quarterback. It won't even make a difference. We lost to a rookie quarterback. It don't make no difference who we play against. That's not going to do anything. We lost to Sam Darnold. It doesn't matter who plays. Don't get me started. You just got me on another rant. Don't do that. Don't do that.
All right, I'm sorry.
Don't do that.
Greeny Green says, "How did we not pick up a kicker?" Well, that's true too. We've been
for the same reason we gave up Saquon, for the same reason we gave up Xavier McKinney, for the same reason Evan Neal is a bum, for the same reason I still hate Andrew Thomas. I can keep going. like that. There's the answer to your question.
we have been really complacent with our kickers. We haven't really switched that up in a while. It's been a few seasons, and the Scottish Hammer, we've had them both, and what, with Gano going out last season, they probably should have picked another one up.
He said, "I look like
somewhere along the line."
He said, "You do look like your mother."
Yes,
yes, I'm a clone.
Yes, yeah. People cannot dispute the fact that we're mother and son. They can be like, that's not his real mom. No, that's not that.
It's like you can't even lie. You couldn't even try. Do you have any last thoughts?
Well, you're right. I don't have any last thoughts. I've said all that I could say about these losers. Literal losers. That's all. I mean, that's it.
Losers. Bums.
Literal losers.
Then if we do get a win this season, I will be making a Fairly Odd Parents reference. If we do get a win, there's this episode where the basketball team was called the.
Are you going to tell it now? Or are you going to tell it later? Don't tell it. Tell it later.
No, I have to tell it now because we may never get it. We may never get the win anyway.
All
right. so the team is called the Losers, and they win their final game of the season, and the commentator just goes, "Losers win, losers win, losers win." I'm gonna be like that. I'm gonna be like that if we get our first win of the season, and it may not happen for another month and a half from now, which is why I had to explain it now because you won't even remember the reference. It'll be a whole month before we get a win.
Daniel Jones.
Yes, YouTube indeed. You're on YouTube.
Daniel Jones is a thief in the night. He has robbed the New York Giants franchise for and took $160 million. He's a freaking bandit with a bag of cash and running to the freaking field.
He's sucking the life out of me. I'm telling you right now. He really makes the games not fun. He really does.
I hope some a reporter does some research on Giants merchandise and see if the sales have gone down this season. Because I have no intent on buying anything new. None. I haven't even looked.
No.
And normally I'll look to see if if they throw out coupon or something, some sort of promo code. I haven't looked at anything.
I don't want it.
And I don't plan to.
I don't want it.
They do not deserve my money this season.
Nope, I agree wholeheartedly. They don't deserve. They need to be.
We're not going to a game. Yep, we're not going to a game. I'm not going to a game so I can sit there and boo. I can boo from home. I don't need to boo to spend my whole day, my whole Sunday, going up to North Jersey to sit in that stadium and boo. I can boo right here in the comfort of my home and on Zoom with all of you. So that's that. So let's wrap up. Thank you so much for joining us for another edition of New York Giants Family Bonding with the mother and son. This is our post-game show. Please please subscribe. If you have not subscribed and you are watching this, please subscribe so that you can get all the updates. We're putting out shorts and fun things to keep you going through the week. There's always some sort of stupidity that happens during the week that we have news coming out of the Giants camp. Sometimes we will post on that or just stay with us, right?
Yep.
And please comment. We appreciate your comments and sharing in our what we call our Giants therapy. This is something that we all need. This is our Giants therapy where you come in and you chat with us in comments and we respond. If you go in, if you respond, if you comment, we will respond. So do that. So take care, everybody. We'll see you next time we go live or whatever we post. And we really appreciate you all. And go Giants, I guess.
Giants! Man.